guys, and happy new year. We are now into 2014, which I cannot get my head around. It's absolutely unbelievable how quickly the past year has flown by. So I thought I'd film one last video in front of my Christmas tree before it gets taken down, and I thought that I would do the resolutions tag, which has been floating around YouTube and was started, I believe, by Nikki from Nikki Tutorials, and so it seemed like quite a good one with a good variety of questions. There's a lot of these kind of New Year's resolutions tags floating around, but this one I really particularly liked the questions, and when I watched her version of it, Nikki's version of it, I thought, yes, this is the one that I want to do. So without further ado, because there are 10 questions and you know me, I love to talk, I'm just going to get started. So the tag is split into two sections. The first is 6 questions looking back to 2013 and then 4 looking forward into 2014. So the first question in the 2013 section is, name 3 things that you did this year that you are proud of. Well, I suppose the most obvious one obviously is that I went travelling, but I think if I want to break that down and be a little bit more specific, I'd say the first thing that I am really proud of is that I went to Melbourne by myself, because when I was in Australia I was there by myself technically. I wasn't with any friends that I knew from before, but I had family out there, and so I was going to see my aunt and uncle, and I travelled out with a group of people. If you watched my vlogs, you know that I met some really amazing friends through the BUNAC programme. And so I was kind of there with people. I was never on my own, and getting the opportunity to go to Melbourne but knowing that there wasn't anyone to come with me, with my personality having been quite shy, I could have quite easily just said, oh well, I'll just give it a miss, I'll leave it, but I made myself do it. And I do remember being on the plane from Cairns down to Melbourne and feeling, it sounds so sad, but really genuinely feeling really proud of myself and being like, this is amazing, I'm flying, I'm on my own, I'm at the other side of the world from my family and my friends, and I'm flying to Melbourne for a weekend of just, you know, exploring on my own, and it was honestly the best thing that I ever did. It was amazing. So I was really proud of that. The second thing I guess that I'm proud of is that I went back to uni. That was another thing that I, you know, had always kind of wanted to do, but I'd put it off and I'd never really, you know, made that much of an effort to actually look into it. And so the fact that I decided to go back to uni and it all came together so quickly and I got accepted for my course and I just went and threw myself into it, definitely something else that I'm proud of. The third thing that I would say I'm proud of, I suppose, is how much more regularly I've been blogging and vlogging. Obviously that has not been reflected in December because I didn't do much then because I was so busy with uni, but I really am proud of how consistently I made videos and uploaded blog posts and really made an effort to make all sorts of anecdotes, my blog and this channel work. And I worked a lot harder on it this year, and I got my new camera and I put more work and more effort into it, and I think that that's shown, and so I'm really proud of that. So those would be the 3 things that I'm most proud of. Okay, question 2. Name one thing that you wish you'd done differently. I think I wish that I hadn't been so freaked out about the job situation when I got back from Australia, because I knew that it was going to be scary and I knew that I was going to come back and not know what I was doing job wise, and it was not going to be a fun time, but I really was really down about it and really stressed about it. And it's one of those things, it's a stressful time when you've graduated from uni and you're trying to get a job and there's not a massive amount of jobs out there. It's not an easy time, and I really took it to heart and I was really stressed and worked up and worried about it over the summer, and I kind of wish that I'd managed to not do that. I wish that I had just tried to chill a little bit more about it and just stay calm and think positively and think something's just around the corner and you'll get something. Instead I got incredibly worked up about it and incredibly stressed. So I wish that I hadn't done that, but it all worked out okay in the end because I managed to get a part-time job and I went back to uni, and so it all did work out, but it was a little bit scary there for a while. Question 3, what was your biggest highlight this year? My biggest highlight was my travelling, I think. As you would have seen if you watched the last video that I did, those 8 weeks that I was away were just absolutely incredible, and I had such an amazing time. It was such an important thing for me to do, and I met some amazing people, I saw some amazing things. It was amazing. There we go. How many times can you fit the word amazing into one sentence? Question 4, what was your favourite beauty product this year? I haven't really thought about this one, but I think, I don't know if I would have a favourite beauty product, but my favourite beauty brand, if I can skew it to that kind of way, would be Bourjois. They just were absolutely outstanding in 2013. The collections that they brought out, particularly over the summer, with the colour boost lip crayons and the amazing 1 second nail varnishes, which everyone knows I love, were just absolutely fantastic. The lipsticks that they brought out were such high quality. they're consistently good with mascaras. They just were absolutely fantastic this year, so well done Bourjois, you were my highlight of 2013. The irony is that the answer to the next question actually is also Bourjois, and it's what was your least favourite beauty product of this year, and it was the Bourjois liquid eyeliner with the erasable one with a little rubber eraser thing on the end, which I reviewed, I think, maybe, or I talked about it in a haul at least, I think, and it was not very good. I didn't like it. I didn't like the consistency and I didn't like the smell. It smelled really overpowering and sort of chemically, which is not something you want to put near your eyes. Other people seem to like it. I just wasn't a fan. So weirdly enough, Bourjois is the answer to both of those questions. And question 6, who do you want to thank for being amazing this year? This could go on for an extremely long time, and so I'm going to try and keep this short and try desperately to not feel like I'm giving an Oscars acceptance speech. But the obvious ones would be my family to begin with, because they are just amazing. I'm the luckiest girl in the world when it comes to my family. They are just fantastic. I've got the best parents and they've been ridiculously supportive over the course of this very hectic year for me, so they've been amazing. My best friend Emma, you've seen her from time to time in videos. She's just ridiculously protective of me in the best way possible, and just I literally don't know what I would do without her, so she's got to be thanked. All of my other friends, but particularly the friends that I've now made through blogging, because they've made this whole blogging experience so much more fun, and getting to know them has definitely been the highlight of my blogging and YouTube adventure so far. So got to thank them. I won't name names, you know who you are, and I love you all to pieces. Who else? Gemma and Emily, my amazing friends who I made when I was in Australia. You guys are fantastic, and I am so glad that going to Australia let me meet you guys, because I'm hopeful that we will be in touch for life. My extended family in Australia, so my aunt and uncle and my cousins, for letting me come and stay with you. That was just so amazing of you guys, and I had the best time staying with you. And it just made my whole trip to Australia so much more stress-free. You guys were amazing. And yeah, I think that's it for the moment. But yeah, everyone who was sort of there for me in some capacity in 2013, thank you. Okay, so on to the resolutions. The first question in the resolutions section is, what are the makeup and beauty resolutions that you have for next year? This one's quite easy. My makeup / beauty resolution for next year is to get a better skincare regime, because my skincare regime is terrible. It's not even really a regime. It is essentially, I will take my makeup off and put some moisturiser on my face, and that's about it. And then I moan and complain when my skin's not happy. So I am very good at always taking my makeup off. I never go to bed with my makeup on, but I do wear makeup every day, and so I have to try and make up for that by having a really good skincare regime. So that is what 2014 is going to be for me. It's going to be getting products and finding products that really work with my skin, and that is the plan. Question 8, what are the fashion resolutions that you have for next year? As everyone probably knows, I'm not a massively fashion-ish. I'm not massively into fashion. I like fashion from an observational point of view, but I don't really partake in any sort of like fashion style race. I don't know. I'm not hugely invested in fashion. However, I would like to try and maybe expand my horizons a little bit more in 2014 in terms of colours, because not so much for casual wear. The past few months I've been wearing a lot of like really comfy slouchy jumpers, and they've been different colours, but for going out, and I mean right now is a perfect example, I always tend to wear black. I'm very much a little black dress kind of girl, and it's slimming, it's flattering. I always sort of like the look of it. It's quite classic, but I would like to spice up my wardrobe in terms of a few more colours. So that is the plan for 2014. The next one is, what are your personal resolutions for 2014? So with this one, I guess the first one would be do well at uni and get my master's. It's not really a resolution, because I've always worked hard when it comes to these kind of things, but focus and get my master's. That's definitely one on top of the list. Otherwise, I suppose keep up the attitude that I've had for the past few months, where I think I've just felt a whole lot more relaxed about everything. I've always been someone who worries very much about time and how quickly time's passing, and having a lot of friends around me who are getting engaged and moving into their first houses and all that kind of stuff, and it's always panicked me a little bit and made me think, oh, why am I not at that point yet? Whereas for the past, you know, few months, I've just sort of taken the attitude of, I feel fine about it, I'm perfectly happy with the stage of my life that I'm in at the moment, and I'm, you know, everyone kind of progresses at a different kind of stage and everyone takes a different path. And for the friends that I have who maybe are in serious long-term relationships, maybe they wouldn't get to go and do the travel that I did earlier this year. Or maybe someone who is, you know, saving up for a mortgage or planning to get their first home couldn't necessarily go back to uni the way that I did because of financial reasons. And so, you know, I think the way that you have to look at it is everyone's life is going to take a slightly different path, and you have to just be cool with that and be happy with the way that yours is going. And if you're not happy with it, do something about it to change it. Also, personal resolution, go to the gym, because I have a gym membership and I haven't used it. I got it when I started uni and I've not used it, so go to the gym. That's my second one, or third, I can't remember, I've lost track. But yeah, those are kind of the ones I suppose I would say are my personal resolutions. And the final question is, name one thing that you want to check off your bucket list this year. I don't have per se an actual bucket list, but there are things in my life that I definitely want to do and places that I want to see, and so I would say I want to check at least one of my top 3 travel destinations, or top 5 travel destinations. I did a blog post about this recently, so I'll link it in the description box, but if I could visit one of them at some point in the next 12 months, I think that that would make me very happy. I want to go somewhere this year. I feel like I saw some amazing places in 2013, and given the opportunity, I want to continue to do that. So if I could see somewhere else amazing, even if it's just for a week's holiday in 2014, that would be grand. So maybe Iceland. Iceland's pretty far up there on my list of places to see, so yeah, if I could do that, that would be amazing. So that is it for the resolutions tag. I really hope that you enjoyed that, guys, and I tag everyone who's watching this to make their own version of this. I think it will be very interesting to watch this back this time next year and see how 2014 has gone, and see if I've stuck to any of these personal or beauty or bucket list resolutions. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope that you all had an amazing new year and brought in Hogmanay or New Year's Eve or whatever you want to call it with people that you love, and you had a great night. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting my channel by subscribing over the course of 2013, and there'll be lots more to come over the next year. So thanks again, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye! I've got bits and pieces of stuff that have been in individual videos that I thought I could edit together to make into one 2013 review